Children in Uganda have been suffering in schools for generations. 74% have been caned by teachers. Why does this happen? Sometimes it's because people believe harsh physical discipline is a deterrent to bad behavior. Some use it as a weapon to gain power. Some adults just don't know any alternative to what they have experienced themselves. Thousands of people are working together as Crane and Viva in central and northern Uganda since 2004 to see children safe, well, and fulfilling their God-given potential. Viva and Crane with its partners are supporting 10,000 girls in safe schools and creative learning centers across the country. House of Joy is a nursery and primary school that clearly demonstrates how a school can become a safe place to learn.
On a daily basis, we interact with the community, from the young to the old, to the community leaders, to the other schools that have started within the community. The teachers used to beat the children, and the children were very afraid to report about these beatings. However, when we realized this, the mechanism we devised was we empowered the children to know that it is not a bad thing to report when you're in pain. So we encourage the children to be in a position where they can report, they can run to a person within the administration and report to them about the beating. But we didn't just stop at the children. We also taught the teachers. We engaged them in workshops, we engaged them in trainings where we showed them the value of not instilling fear in these children.
We want to see every child learning in a safe school and improving in their learning outcomes as a part of the UKaid Girls Education Challenge project.
After we put mitigation procedures in place, we also had to devise measures to reprimand the teachers in the event that they had gone against the guidelines that were set, because they all knew we're against beating children. So if one was caught beating a child, there was a penalty for that, and it was put very clearly in our policies and procedures that the moment you're found abusing a child, you're immediately dismissed.
We know that violence and abuse is like a poison on children's lives, with the stress it causes preventing learning. That's why all schools that receive UK government resources are being helped to deliver violence-free education.
The key things we value is our policies, and we ensure that everyone within the House of Joy community knows that this is the safeguarding policy of this place. And they know it not just by word, but they know the details of the policy. It doesn't just stop at being a procedure or a policy that causes reprimand, but it has grown to a level where people know that these are documents that help safeguard our children, but even us as adults. Every term we have a major training during the holiday, but even within the term we have 2 weekends where we meet and review what has been happening in terms of child protection, in terms of safeguarding of children within the community. These parents meet and they discuss these issues, and this has also helped us greatly to ensure that the children are safe, not just at school but at home, because their parents are involved in the discussion. The best way to protect a child is to ensure that they're well informed, they're well armed with information, they know their rights, they know who to run to in case of a problem.
Change starts by parents and children becoming safeguarding ambassadors for their schools and communities.
We have clubs where the youth ambassadors meet and they just talk about the challenges within the community. And as well as these meetings, the children have come to know better ways of informing others, of teaching others of the values of knowing their rights, but also their responsibilities. The children within the House of Joy community know who to report to from the posters that are set up to show that these are the focal people to go to. We've empowered the children to know that there is a committee of people that are there for their welfare and they can easily run to them.
We believe that every child needs to be raised in safe families, schools, and communities. And we believe that we can only achieve this when we work together.
House of Joy alone couldn't engage the police, but because of the partnerships that are existing with Crane and Viva, these have encouraged the police to come on board, and in the event that we have any cases to report to them, they rush to us. Our discipline method involves engaging parents. So when a child has a disciplinary matter, we call the parent, we sit down together, we ask them, what is the challenge at home? Does it have an effect on how the child is behaving here? We're very big on rewarding children on a daily basis. The head teacher has her reward system, that class teachers have their reward system, but generally as a school, we have a reward system in place. I highly believe if the head teacher himself buys into the idea of a safe school, then they can easily disseminate it to the people within the school community or on their staff. We've had great rewards in terms of the performance of our children from the time we abolished corporal punishments. When you fail, you are helped to become better. You're rewarded positively when you achieve. The results have transformed, and from the last 2 years, our worst result was a second grade.
For more information, contact Crane and Viva.